Hello, welcome back to a new video. This video is going to be my spoiler review for Spider-Man No Way Home. So this will contain spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, don't watch it. Wait until you've seen it and then watch it, because I'm going to talk about some spoilery stuff. But you can watch my non-spoiler one because that's not got any spoilers in it, obviously. So for my last one, I found it difficult to talk about with spoilers without spoiling anything, because I found it difficult to say what I thought and all that, because everything I was afraid to say might be spoilery. So, but like now I can talk about what I thought about it. So the way it began, it was right after the last one ended with his identity being outed, and everyone thinking he called Mysterio and all that. And then obviously he went back to his house and everything was sorted out. I'm not gonna talk about everything in the film. I'm just gonna be talking about the main parts which I thought was good. So yeah. So they go back and all that, and then I can't remember what bit where they take all his stuff away. Never mind that. I just thought something kind of film. I can't remember where they take all his equipment away. Sorry about that. Yeah, anyway, Matt Murdock, Daredevil, from the Netflix show, he appears in it as Peter's lawyer or defense attorney, I don't know. But he is there for a bit, sitting around sitting around a table talking about what to do, and then a brick goes through the window, and then he catches it, and then Peter says, "How'd you do that?" And he says, "I'm a good lawyer." So I think it was good that we've seen him, and it brought up a question which I want to talk about in another video about. Also, not if you've seen Hawkeye, Kingpin's back in it from the Netflix show as well. So I want to talk about them in another video with other stuff, because that's quite interesting. It brought up a lot of questions that I'm thinking about and want to talk about and try and figure out. So we'll do that at some point, because I just think it's an interesting thing to what's going on. Anyway, back to the thing. Then all the villains come through. First of all, Doc Ock. He fights Doc Ock. I think the way he came from, it was a bit where before he turned good at the end of Spider-Man. So it's where he had Peter by the throat and his tentacle things. So they had a fight. And then Spider-Man kind of controls this, because he stole his nanotech, so he controls it and saves this woman that he wants to get into college, that he wants to help MJ and Ned to get into college. So he goes to them, and then she's there, and obviously on a bridge and all that. So he says to her, and he says, "Oh, I'm gonna make you're he says you're a hero sort of thing, and I'm gonna see if you see that you can go into college." So obviously then Green Goblin came into it. And then, obviously, Doc Ock knows, so he says Norman and all that. And then, when we go back to the Centrum Sectorum and the basement thing, Lizard's always been captured. Doc Ock's now there, and then he says, it's either that's Norman or you're fighting a ghost, because obviously where he comes from, he's already dead in that place of time, because obviously, and then. Sorry about that cough. And then, because they take place different periods of time and universes. So yeah, and then he goes to the thing and he fights Electro. Well, he stops him and then he puts him there, and then Sandman, and he says "Did you kill him?" and only gets a bit angry, and then he quickly sends him to that prison thing, and then. And Norman Osborn, I think he was played really good in this movie. I think he's more sinister and creepy and scary in this movie, like he was in Spider-Man 1. Because I just know the way he was done, written, played. I just thought it was amazing and a little bit terrifying. And I liked that, and I liked how he said that Oscorp's not there, his son's living in his house and all that, because obviously he's in a different world. there's quite a few callbacks to other movies. Because like, since like the bridge, like when he catches that lizard in episode 1 and main Spider-Man 1, and when Green Goblin, this is a bit spoiler here, when Green Goblin called back his thing and it hits Aunt May, that's like what it did in the first one. And when Peter saves MJ, it goes and hits him, which happens in the first one on the bridge thing. So yeah, I don't want to keep dragging this, I'm going to wrap it up soon. But Aunt May, this is a bit spoiler, Aunt May's death, that's pretty issue. I kind of knew something was happening because obviously leaked, and I saw leaked. I didn't watch it, but I was like leaked visiting Aunt May's death, so on a title, so it kind of ruined it for me. But her death was pretty sad. He died by the Green Goblin, makes Peter wanna kill him, and then the other two Spider-Men come in, just try and make sure they don't make he doesn't make the same mistakes as they did. I thought they were both good the way they both came in when they were doing the portals, and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man came in. I thought that was pretty cool, and then Tobey Maguire came in. I thought that was pretty cool. And then obviously they go and make up the cures. They go and they go and fight them, stop them, and cure them all. And then obviously Green Goblin comes back into it, and then he blows up the cube thing, and it goes, and then MJ falls. Holland Spider-Man goes to save her, then the Green Goblin takes him, and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, the Amazing one, he goes and saves MJ, and then he starts crying because he couldn't do it with Gwen Stacy, and then he talks about there's callbacks to Spider-Man 1, Main Spider-Man 1 as well, and Main Spider-Man 2 with Gwen's death, Uncle Ben's death, and both of them. That was pretty cool. And then when Peter Parker is about with beating up Green Goblin and he's about to kill him, the other Spider-Man comes in and stops him, and then puts it down, and Green Goblin obviously stabs Spider-Man, but doesn't kill him, it just like wounds him a bit. It's been stabbed quite a bit. And then all other Spider-Man, all of them start to come through from different universes. And the only way to stop it is if everyone in the world forgets Peter Parker is Spider-Man. So doing that, no one will remember who he is. So the spell is done, everyone forgets who he is, and everyone gets sent back to the universes and all that, and they're all cured. And Spider-Man's going back as well. And then afterwards, a few months later, I think a few weeks later, Peter goes to see Ned, and MJ tries to remember, but as he does it, he remembers like she's got a bandage on her head, and he remembers like they'll probably be safer without knowing him, because everyone's quite in danger if they know Peter Parker is Spider-Man because of his villains, which sort of happened with Aunt May. And then obviously he goes to Aunt May's grave, and then he sees Happy there. Happy doesn't know who he is, but I think he might still work with Spider-Man. I don't know. It's like he knows who Spider-Man. They all know who Spider-Man is, but they don't know Peter Parker is Spider-Man. It looks like they don't remember Peter Parker at all. So I don't know if he still works with Spider-Man. I don't know. I don't know if he still does, because he does keep through Spider-Man, so he knows who he is. And then obviously a bit later on, he's in his apartment. He's got an apartment, and he's got a new suit, and it ends with him swinging throughout New York. I think it was a pretty good movie, but I would probably have enjoyed it more if it wasn't if there wasn't so many leaks on the internet, because I had a good time. But I didn't look at the leak videos and all that, but I saw titles and pictures of videos, and I thought, and then I probably enjoyed it more without but being a bit things, because some stuff was said, okay, well, maybe this might happen, I wonder if this would happen, but actually knowing it's going to happen kind of ruined it for a bit for me. But I still enjoyed it. I didn't watch the leaks, the day would have been ruined, but because if I didn't see the leaked stuff, like pictures and that, and tiles on YouTube, I probably wouldn't. I'd probably been a bit more surprised and a bit wow, but I still enjoyed it. I think it's probably the best Spider-Man movie ever so far. I enjoyed it. Hopefully this is not the last time we see the other two Spider-Men, because they were good in it. I liked them in it. So yeah, that's it for today. Yeah, I'm not going to drag it out, but yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah.